are filing the lawsuit to stop. The White House is claiming that since the department, though, was created by Congress, that's why they think this lawsuit could move forward. The head of the NEA writes, gutting the Department of Education will hurt all students by sending class sizes soaring, cutting job training programs, making higher education more out of reach. Already, the department has cut about half its staff. The administration also looking to move some of the department's functions to other agencies, including the Small Business Administration.
I think the president was very clear. The outward-facing programs that are going to be affecting students there's not going to be any defunding for those programs. When he talked about student loans, that would be going to the Small Business Administration. And also then the programs for students with disabilities will more than likely rest in HHS, which, by the way, is where they began.
Senator Bill Cassidy, Louisiana, is among those saying he'll create legislation to officially abolish the department as soon as possible, but we don't know if the White House would have the votes to get it done. Democrats have been calling the effort to kill the department one of the most devastating decisions of this new administration. And as we have seen today, Sandra, this is all something likely to play out in court soon. Sandra?
All right, Mark Meredith on that for us. Mark, thank you. John.
All right, let's bring in Charlie Hurd, co-host of Fox and Friends Weekend, to talk more about this. So the National Education Association and the NAACP are partnering together to file a lawsuit to try to stop President Trump from shutting down the Department of Education. This is what Becky Pringle, who is the president of the NEA, said. Quote, America's educators and parents won't be silent as Donald Trump, Elon Musk, and Linda McMahon try to steal opportunities from our students, our families, and our communities to pay for tax cuts for billionaires. Parents, educators, and community leaders know this will widen the gaps in education, which is why we will do everything in our power to protect our students and their futures. So they're not going to stay silent on this. Yet the NAACP and the NEA have pretty much been silent as America's public education system has been failing students miserably.
Yeah, exactly. And I think, John, that's the most important point. When you look at the amount of money the federal government has spent on education, it is in direct opposite correlation in terms of the actual success of students. And, that's a very tired argument that they're making. I think it's important. It's almost become a cliche, but it's true. The federal Department of Education does not teach a single student. It's basically a pass-through for some money that goes to a lot of bureaucrats and goes back to the states. And one of the things that is so curious to me about Democrats and their position on this is Democrats control a lot of state governments. I don't understand why they don't love the idea of that authority, that money, instead of going to the federal government, going to state governments so that they can get that money closer to students,